Okay, let me catch you guys up because you're like, what is he doing driving in the truck and headed back to home? Okay, so last night was really intense. I was subject to 15 to 25 mile an hour winds and in the Arctic. Actually, mostly I was pretty warm, but it was just terrible as far as like just trying to sleep. I thought my tent was going to tear apart. The moon was so bright at one point that I thought somebody was like walking up to my camp with a flashlight, like a big flashlight. And I actually got up out of bed and was like, who's there? And it was just the moon, which was really cool. Had it not been windy at that point, I legit would have wanted to go out and hunt in the middle of the night. It was absolutely stunning and beautiful, and I could see everything. The moon was casting a shadow on things. It was just absolutely amazing. So that part of the trip and that part of last night was really cool. But the wind was not. I woke up in the morning and I was like, all right, let me look around and I will look for signs of caribou or something. And there was nothing. And there was nothing as far as I could see it. And it was, even though it was windy, it was still a very clear day. And that's when I was like, I'm done. That's it. Last night with the wind and, today with no caribou, I was just finished. I just was not having a good time anymore. And, most of the time when I've suffered through something, or had to figure out how to survive and, push through and everything else at some point, I've just been like, wow, cool. Let's do it again. Let's do something else. That didn't happen to me this morning. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of done. Like, I just want to go home. I learned a lot on this trip. I got to find some new stuff out, some new ways to get out there. I found how much I could really survive as far as the cold went. The Dalton Highway is very bumpy. I got to, I got to figure out for myself that I really want to try this earlier in the year, not later. Last year, I was like, let me do it later so that there's more snow. Well, this year I got here and it was later, but there was less snow. And so I don't think that the time of the year, as far as like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, makes a big difference for snow necessarily. Next week is going to be warmer here, or so the forecast says. It just has to do with when it snows, it snows. And with that, I had so much less daylight every day that I could hunt with at this time of the year. So I'm curious, hey, what if I come out earlier? What if I come out first week of September, second week of September, something like that, as opposed to the middle of October? The middle of October. So that's something I'm going to chew on. I found some new path that I was using, and I think that would be better to be hiked on with a pack as opposed to dragging a sled along with me, which I did every day. I got to really test my endurance and my strength as far as dragging that sled with me day after day and trip after trip, carrying gear and supplies and everything else. And I'm sure that that if I really wanted to suffer through being out there longer, I could have. But I don't think that it would have bared any fruit. I don't think I would have got anything out of staying there, other than just proving it to myself that I can be really stubborn, which I already know I can be really stubborn. And I know that some of you are thinking, oh no, is he finally going to eat tag soup? Have we come full circle from 3 years ago in the first Arctic trip? Or 2 years ago, this is the third year. The answer is no. I still have caribou from last year. I got 2 caribou myself last year. The 4 caribou between the two of us, me and my hunting partner. I got caribou from friends, right? I've not traded, I would never do that. But I've been gifted different meat. I've gotten sea ducks, I've gotten ducks. And my hunting partner and I, we actually got a moose. Well, he got a moose and we split it, which was really cool and generous of him. Thanks, Mark. And so, no, I'm not going to eat tag soup. I'm going to get fat on moose meat this winter. Again, so it's like you can't really keep me down as far as tag soup goes. Not last time, not the time before that, and definitely not this year. So let's see what's next. After I drive home and I recover, lick my wounds, try and replace a few calories, maybe not as many as I replaced last year. I'm going to get all my gear ready and everything, and it might be in the cards, I don't know, go and do the 40-mile winter hunt again. I've had some successes with it here and there. I've helped people get their caribou on it. I've learned a lot about caribou. I can also just say no thanks. That's enough. I've got all kinds of meat at home. I've got over 100 salmon that we harvested this year, plus that moose. Like I'm sitting pretty. We got enough meat for the whole family, plus gifts for anybody that is interested, loves that kind of stuff that's inside my circle. Let's see what else. We could do some ice fishing. Really, I'm open. So if anybody is watching and they want to see me do something else crazy, I'm going to put it out there. Go ahead. What do you want to see? Do you want to see me drink from a glacier? Do you want to see me go ice fishing? Do you want to see me try and go ski? What do you want to see me do in Alaska this winter? And as long as I would say if it's within reason, then I will go do it. But it's not really reasonable to spend 2 days driving to the Arctic and stay up there for the better part of a week, freezing your butt off, boiling your water every night so that it doesn't freeze. Anyway, it's been fun. But let me know if there's something that you want me to do. If not, we'll see what adventure comes next. I'm excited. Hopefully you're excited too. Hopefully this video isn't too bumpy. Thanks for all the luck. I'm still alive, which is kind of a rock hard bare minimum that I'm hoping to get from any of these trips, especially ones in the Arctic. So I'm still alive. The luck worked. Really felt it. There was a lot of times where I was like, man, this is very cold. This is very windy. This is very tough. I'm very sweaty, whatever the situation was that I was needing to survive through, but I managed to make it with your help. Let's see what else. Yeah, thank you all for watching. It's probably a lot to get through with the cameras failing and trying to get whatever work done, and plus the conditions. I know I had a couple of windy videos that I had to dub over, which was new for me. Yeah, but it's been fun. This has all been an adventure, which is, I think, the main purpose of this is so that you guys can see the kind of adventure that I go on, or adventures that I go on here in Alaska.